Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today I'm going to unbox and talk a little bit about the gameplay of Thrones of Valeria from Daily Magic Games. So thanks to Daily Magic Games for sending me this copy to unbox and review. So if you see here, the game is for players 2 to 6. There's like a special variant, and it does talk about team play for 4 to 6 players. Ages 14 and up, time 30 to 45 minutes. I'm fairly confident that my kids who are 9 years old, probably even when they were 8 years old or even younger, could play this game because it is a trick-taking game, a cutthroat trick-taking game with card powers and shifting allegiances. So that is what's interesting about this game, that every time you play a card in the trick, you trigger some kind of special power, and how things score sort of changes over time. And in fact, you can win the game without ever having taken a trick, which normally I would say isn't great for a trick-taking game. But based on what I know about the game, it looks like it might work here. So let's see. All right, I do like the artwork, so that's cool. So there's the story, the components list. Again, it's mostly cards. All right, so there is a game board that you put out, and it talks about the game flow. You play over 2 rounds. Not every card is in play in every round, so it's good to know that some of those will be out. There's the 2-player game, a sample trick, the card powers. So you can see the cards go from rank 1 to 9, and there are some gestures. So we'll talk about those as we look at them. And there's a player reference and a lot of credits. So yeah, that's cool. All right, set that aside. This is the coins. So I believe these silver ones are 1s. And actually, that's thicker than I was expecting. Nice thick cardboard. And then I think these are 5s. All right, you do start the game with just 2 of these, and these are points. Okay. Let's take a look at these. So these are you talk about the different houses, which are essentially the suits. And there are 5 of these. You can see that. So they're going to match what we see on the cards, and you're going to put those out on the board, and these move up and down. They also get locked. You lock them by turning them. It would have been maybe better if they had a lock on the other side, but I haven't actually played the game, so maybe it's better the way that it was done. So here's the bag, right? So those go in the bag, and you draw them out at the start, just to sort of seed them in their place. So that's what that bag is for. I mean, it felt like a decent quality bag. Can't really tell about stitching until I've played with it some, but it seems like it's good quality. Oh, here's the board. It's a puzzle board. I didn't realize that. Okay, cool. So let's put that together and put that out. We're going to need that later. There's an insert here that is probably not necessary. Nothing under the insert. All right, so we've got some cards, and I guess these are reference cards. Let's take a look at these. All right, so this just tells you, it explains the symbology on the 9 different ranks of cards. Important concepts. It talks about the jester, trickster, or fool, which are the 1 through 3 jester cards. All right, that's cool. Then there's 6 of those, 1 for every potential player, so that's nice to have. All right, let's see if I can get these cards open. This is the deck, and this is what really matters. I think there's 48 cards here, but as I said, they don't all go out in every game. All right, so let's talk about this one first. This is the Assassin. So it's a 1. You do have to follow suit, when suit is played. But the 1 allows you to take 1 house. Well, let me show that actually. Let me put these out so I can sort of demonstrate how this goes. Right, so every time a trick is taken, basically, things trigger differences, but the person who wins the trick gets points, right? And that's based on where the house is. So, right now you wouldn't want to take a purple trick because it's -3. But when you look at this says take 1 house and move it to the bottom of the board and shift the others up. So I could move blue down and shift all these up, etc. If one of them was locked, which there's a card that locks, then you would just, say I wanted to move this one, you would just move around it because that just stays in place. All right, well, that's what the 1s are. And there's the art. And the art is the same. And here we go. There's just 1 for each different house. All right, so the 2, this is a thief, I think, and that is steal 2 coins from a player. Is that right? Yes. Yeah, so steal 2 silver. Not coins, I guess, because people could have gold coins, but steal 2 silver from a player. This is the mercenary card. And, that's when you play it. So when you play it, you do that immediately. And this is the mercenary. You're basically just selling your mercenary services. And so you get 3 points from the bank for playing that card. Next is the rogue. And so that is swap the position of 2 adjacent houses on the standings board. All right. So I could say, well, I want purple to be more valuable. Maybe because in a future hand, I have a bunch of purple, or maybe in this hand specifically, I'm trying to win with purple. Again, if one's locked, you just switch around it like it's not even there. Okay. Yeah. So that is what the rogue does. All right. That's the rogue. All right. Number 5 is the hunter. All right. So can you guess what that is? So what it says is you draw 3 cards from the deck, and then you add one of those to your hand and you put the other 2 back on the bottom of the deck. So you actually could end up having more cards than somebody during a round, but the round still ends when somebody is out of cards. All right. So number 6 is the Alchemist. And this hourglass means it's not something that happens immediately. But if you win the trick with this card, you get 6 silver coins instead of the house standing reward. I don't know why that symbol means that, but okay. All right. So that is the Alchemist. All right. Number 7 is the Sorceress. All right. So you gain a silver coin and then you discard 1 card from your hand into the discard pile. Okay. So, yeah, maybe you have a card that you don't really care about. There's a way to get a coin immediately, and it's a 7, so you might be winning the trick with that. So that's cool. All right. So here's the Conditier. I don't know how to pronounce that. But number 8, this is what allows you to lock one of the house standings. All right. And of course, it's an 8. So that's pretty cool. All right. And at the end of the trick, they get unlocked. So it's not like you've locked it permanently or for the whole round or anything like that. All right. The matriarch. So move 1 house up 2 spaces and move the others down. All right. So, it could just be move up and then move those down. All right. Pretty simple there. All right. And that is the 9, which is the highest card in the game. And then there's 3 different jesters. Now, if you win with a jester, which I think they're like Trump, but they get 5. You get 5 silver coins as your reward. Yeah, but you have to pay when you play it, and I think they allow you to. Well, maybe find one of these reference cards and see what it says. I think it says that you move up to the top. Pay 1 silver to raise this card above all houses. Or pay nothing and treat this card as rank 0. Okay, so you don't have to pay to basically play this as a trump. You could just slough it or whatever. Right? There you go. And then here you go. If you win a trick with a jester, trickster, or fool, you gain 5 silver instead of the house reward or penalty. All right. So there you go. You got the board. You got these things. You got some cardboard coins. And then you have all the cards that come in Thrones of Valeria. So if you have any questions about this game, you can put those in the comments of this YouTube video, or you can come over to our Discord and talk with us about this or any other games there. So the link to our Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., all of that is in the description of this video. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. But until the next time, thanks for watching.